Good evening and welcome to Rinkside with Red Hockey. Tonight the Telford Tigers take on the Sheffield Steeldogs. A little earlier on I spoke to defenceman Dan Scott.
So quite a tough game in D-side against Manchester last night.
Yeah, it was a tough one. We were short bench, obviously a couple of players out injured and obviously Ricky serving his band. But we stuck together and we got the job done. And obviously we weren't too pretty, but we got it done.
Picked up a point in Sheffield tonight.
Yeah, another tough game. Sheffield are on form, like they're an informed team. So we can't take no game lightly now. We want to try and get as high up the league as possible and obviously try and make the playoffs a little bit easier for ourselves.
And plenty of ice time for you tonight, looking at the number of D.
4D, so on, off, but that's why we go to the gym, that's why we keep fit, so looking forward to it.
Good luck with tonight's game.
Lovely, cheers mate.
So tonight the Telford Tigers take on the Sheffield Steeldogs. Last night, Alan, they played Manchester in D-side. They came away with a couple of points after an overtime win, but it went right to the wire.
It did indeed, and I've been speaking to some of the fans earlier on and they said it was a cracking game. You know, we haven't seen much overtime lately this season for the Tigers, but they took it there and Sami Zajac stepped up and got the winner. Fantastic.
Now tonight, Telford Tigers very short bench once again. Hill out, Weaver out, Graham still out, and this is going to put a lot of pressure on the defence.
It will indeed, and again from the discussion I had earlier, you know, they were saying again Sami Zajac was playing 5 and 6 minute shifts, as was Martin Andre, and it's going to tire the guys out. So Tom's going to manage the squad very carefully this evening.
Let's see how he does that as we take a look at the first period action. Defence line up with Zajac and Andre. That's the first time those two have lined up together, because it's normally Zajac and Weaver or Zajac and Maynard, but now Martin Andre has lined up. Sheffield win the draw, goes back to D. Pass cross ice. Sheffield accelerate up from the left side. Pass cross ice. Boss comes in, makes a shot, and it's the first pad save of the night from Sam Gospel. Kicks the puck away out to the Tigers team store. Macroft battles on the boards. Tries to pick up the puck, but Morgan sends it cross ice. Patterson has a bit of a reputation. And Macroft set up the first time shot, but a little poke check from Sheffield was enough to step it up. But now Macroft drives forward, comes down the centre line, delays to Miller, cuts inside, still battles as Sheffield sticks, nudge at the puck to take it from Joe, but he determination, regains possession and drives towards the net as the puck ends up in the corner, now being skated out by the Steeldogs' Tom Squires. Zabo gets the turnover through to Markov, got the shot and just wide to the left of the post as he winds up as the play now. As the Sheffield Steeldogs pass up ice, off Squire's backhand, but runs on to Martin Andre, but then Bossas comes from behind. Sheffield trapping up nicely on the blue line. Stopping the Tigers, carry the puck into the end zone. Cahorn deflects off the boards. Macaulay Hayward picks it up, tips it forward to Plant, looks for the stretch pass to Taylor. Beautifully executed as Taylor skates down, makes the shot, the rebound drops down. Taylor skates in front, but Smith gets his body between the puck and the netminder, and that's the most dangerous the Telford Tigers have looked tonight. Danny Rose picks up the puck, takes it behind the net, skates the puck out. Markov gets the pass on the blue line, cuts into the centre lane, drives down the middle, backhands over to Davis, shoots, and it's Sedler that makes the save. But a nice clean, that was probably the cleanest offensive breakout we've seen from the Tigers. A nice clean backhanded pass to Davis, gets it back, gives it back, gets the shot away. Sedler makes the save, and that connection of Davis and Macroft is what we were missing earlier in this game.
But one of the Bennett-Pyatt fight was about the third fight of the game a couple of seasons ago, and Pyatt kind of said, hang on a sec, Patterson, do you want to go? And they kind of switched places.
Yeah.
Patterson,
who wants him next? And that, back in the Telford Titan days, it was Patterson at Sheffield and Bennett was playing for the Titans then, and those two had 3 or 4 rumbles before they both made it into this league. Puck goes behind the net, Zajac skates out, a quick drive through, Zabo comes through the middle, Novak carries the puck into the high slot, delays, shoots the rebound, and there's a backhanded swing of the puck from Sam Zajac, but didn't get enough on it to put in the back of the net, but it certainly looked dangerous. But now 3 Sheffield players skate up. Cahorn, the danger man, back passes through. Morgan tips it back to Bossas, and good back checking from the Telford Tigers to clear it through to neutral ice. And that could have been the most dangerous opportunity. But at the end of the first period, we finished Tigers 0, Sheffield Steeldogs 0. So the first period 0-0, and neither team seemed to have grip of possession of the puck.
We saw Sheffield come out, take early control, then it switched to Telford taking control. A 50-50 period, very scrappy mid-ice. a couple of clear shots for each, and that's about all we can say.
You didn't see much clicking of the passing as well of the puck. I think there was a big gap between the defence and the forwards for Telford's breakout, and I think sort of Sheffield trapped it up well on their own blue line. But then when they were taking it out, it was always one player forward. There was never that sort of uniformity in the attacks.
Well, we've seen Markroft coming up here for his long stretch pass as normal, and Sheffield are reading that well. They're cutting it out in the middle, and as we said, with the Tigers being quite short benched, he's got to come back a little bit further. It's working better for Sheffield, as you say, but all to play for.
Let's see what happens as we take a look at the second period action. The teams line up, centre ice. Referee Perrin checks in with the timekeeper's bench, looks over to the goal judges and drops the puck. Danny Davis wins it, backhands it back to Sam Zajac. D-to-D pass across to Martin Andre. Carries it out from the back of the net. Passes through onto the left side. Deflection the backhand of Joe Miller. Drops forward. Davis chucks it forward. Throws it into the end zone. Miller's going to get there first in the corner. Takes it behind the net. Passes up to Macroft. Up to the point. Zajac winds up, shoots. Miller's in front. And Davis deflected the puck, it dropped to his feet, and I was hoping he could get a bit of stick to it to get it in the back of the net, but good work rate from the Sheffield defenceman, but a very aggressive attack as the shot comes in from the point once again. Davis screening the netminder, Sedler gets to the puck, it drops down, and now Markov walks it in, shoots, Sedler makes the save, drops down onto his knees, and referee Perrin blows his whistle to indicate a stoppage of play. Davis, Szabo and Novak are the forwards. And now a drive forward from Peter Szabo. Passes forward to Davis. Drives in front of the net. Stops. Delays. Stick handles beautifully up to Macroft. Over to Zajac. Down to Szabo. Round to the back of the net. A tip forward. Shot comes to the Davis in the slot. And Sedler hangs onto it and clutches onto the puck.
Going back to Macroft, I love this stance he has waiting for a shot. And you've got to be clever to do that. You've got to have skill to fire one
off the draw. Novak gets it up to Zajac.
He's there.
He's half-cocked. He's waiting for the puck to come in. Zajac does it, shoots, and a blocker save into the corner. Deflects off the glass. Macroft on the backhand, round the back of the net. Telford comes steaming in. Sheffield on the puck, but getting pushed and shoved away from it. Pass comes out. Szabo shoots and scores through the 5 over. And you saw Sedler raise his shoulders, his arms in disappointment. He thought he'd closed the gap, and the shot comes in from Peter Szabo, putting the first goal of the night in at 25 minutes and 10 seconds. Scored by Peter Szabo. The pass coming out of the corner, and that starts the ball rolling for the Telford Tigers on 25 minutes and 10 seconds. Hayward reaches for it. Cross-ice pass to Bossas from the Steeldogs. Intercepted by the foot of Martin Andre. Drops back to Sam Zajac. The puck deflects off the boards. Andre puts it up off the boards. Caught mid-air by Morgan. Plays it down. Handles his way through. Puts it on the backhand, but only gets as far as Zajac. He uses the boards to get it to Mabrea. He's through. Mabrea's down on net. Shoots on the backhand. Sedler makes the save, and there's a bit of a panic with Morgan and the defenceman in front of him. There's no way Telford can afford an injury like Joe Graham's, or even having coincidental penalties, because they've only got 4 D-men anyway.
That's right. But we know if Andre did go get a penalty, we've got Macroft and we've got Mabrea that can drop back. Yeah. But Andre played very sensibly by keeping his hands down there.
Oh, and the puck was... Sam Gospel had left a bit of vulnerability in front of the net, but Zajac does a clear job passing out. A drive forward from Szabo, and Martin on... Oh, it's all in front of the net. That was a check from behind. That has got to be a check from behind on Sam Zajac in front of the slot. And here comes the penalty. It's going against Bossas, and it's interference is called, but basically Sam Zajac was in front of the net digging to try and get the puck, try and feed it in the back, and Bossas ran him over. I would have said a check from behind. Miller drives forward, walks, shoots. Sedler makes a save, the rebound drops down. Sheffield clear it off the boards. Cahorn puts it through on the right side. It takes a deflection from the linesman. The linesman takes out both. You see Cahorn calling it Perrin for a tripping penalty on Plant, but it wasn't Plant. It was the linesman that took them both out.
And Hayward into the corner.
Round the back of the net. Plant up to Andre. Andre down to Plant. Buys a bit of time, switches sides with Miller. Back up to Andre. The work on this side of the puck possession, I was just about to say, was great. That was a slash. That's it. Martin Andre is going to go for a 2-minute slashing penalty against Cahorn. As Cahorn stepped across, he's given it as a cross check. I'd have gone for a slash, but the 2 minutes, a 2 minute, so that evens it up now. We go 4 on 4, and Miller's exchanging a few words with the bench. He's not happy about something. Brea backs off the boards, but well read by Morgan.
He was robbed there. He should have cleared that.
Throws the puck down. Now Dan Scott tries to keep it out, but Bossas keeps it in on the point, and Sheffield a very similar lineup with Bossas, one of the forwards, as the D partner with Morgan as they manipulate the puck down low. Squires puts it into the corner, gets it back, goes from back down, and Squires up to the point. Morgan, Squires' first time shot. Gospel makes the save, but 3 or 4 lunges from Greg Wood waiting in front of the net to try and backhand it in. Sam Gospel made the save. Macroft stops and then curls back up the ice into the team store corner. Passes back to Davies, finds, tries to get it through to Macroft. Rose shoots into the body of the netminder. Miller's hovering for a rebound. We'll be back with more ice hockey action straight after the break. Welcome back to Rinkside with Red Hockey. Telford Tigers 1, Sheffield Steeldogs 0. Macroft half cut in the defensive position, so he's on the high slot area. Rose gets to the puck first, backhands it off the boards. Macroft backhands through to Miller, tips it forward to Davies, drives forward, delays back to Miller, walks in, shoots, takes a deflection from the Sheffield stick into the corner. The puck goes behind the net. Now Zajac carries it up, dumps it in off the backhand, and then drops back into defence as Macroft drives in. The puck's caught against the boards. Bit of pushing and shoving. Minute 19 left in period 2. Miller backhands it out. It goes into the air. It's caught by Wood. Dropped down to Bossas. Drives down the right side. Haywood ran the offside. No. Clearly offside. Yeah. Clearly.
Oh, and now Andre and Bossas.
A bit of pushing and
Bossas and Zajac.
No, I think it was Andre, and then Zajac steps in, and now the player comes steaming through, and Miller.
Haywood came steaming in. Miller
holds him out, and the danger is that those two are probably the juiciest tangle there, because everybody else seems to have calmed down. Perrin has made a call. Comes up into the slot, and Plant reaches for the puck. It goes off the boards. And then he loses his foot in the corner. Macroft walks in, shoots and scores. Just picks up the loose puck out of the corner, carries it in. 16 seconds left on the period, and fires it home for a corking goal. Goal number 2. Andre Macroft scored as a power play goal at 39 minutes and 44 seconds. And Tom Watkins will be really pleased going into the third period break, or the break between the second and third, 2 goals up.
Who got the assist there, did you hear?
No, it was the time. It was 39:44. I didn't hear an assist.
An assist?
Yeah,
I find that hard to believe.
No, it came out of the corner. I thought it went on Miller, but Scott pushes forward. And we come to the end of the second period with the Telford Tigers 2, Sheffield Steeldogs 0. So a much better period, that second period. 2 goals up, seizing their opportunities.
Seizing 2 power play opportunities, taken power play goals there. I think Telford completely dominated that period. From a 50-50 first period, they completely dominated that one.
And it's interesting that we mentioned the power play goals, because you think, oh, well, they've got an extra man. But actually, those set plays, the opposition turns it up when they're a man down. So it's actually sometimes harder to score.
It is, you know, we mentioned in the commentary, Telford are very low scoring on the power play. They seem to score more short-handed. But they've executed those 2 very, very well, and Tom Watkins will be a pleased guy going in 2-0 up.
Absolutely. A couple of penalties on Martin Andre, dropped them down to 3 defensemen a couple of times, and they seem to cope with that pretty well.
Yeah, Tom's rotating guys round, you know, he's managed the bench very, very well tonight. It must be frustrating for him to see guys going sent off when he's got to jiggle lines that are already confused as they are, sort of thing, but yeah, he's done it very well. Let's
see if he can maintain his momentum as we take a look at the third period action. Referee Perrin looks over to the bench, checks in with the netminders, drops the puck. Davies wins it across to Miller, back to Zajac. Passes on to Martin Andre, back to Zajac again. Markov up on the high, Markov should I say, up on the high blue line. Puck's deflected by Davies. Cahoon comes across the front and goes right across the front of Sam Gospel to the back of the net area and picked up by Tim Smith. Now,
just give it away.
Macroft goes with Macaulay Hayward. Plant backs him up on the delay. Delays it beautifully. Plant passes across to the front and Calvert got his feet in the puck, but now it comes out to Danny Rose. A blocker save from Sedler sends the puck careering into the corner.
It's won by Telford, by Zabo.
Scott tries to clear the puck out of the board. Sheffield send it back round. Danny Rose picks up this time. Brea gets a little touch to it. Morgan picks up the puck. Cross to his D partner, Bell. Back to Morgan. Wood curls back into his own end. Peter Zabo puts him under some pressure, forces him out, but on the stronger side.
The Tigers are just easing off a little
Bossas
bit
drives forward, gets to the slot, pulls in, shoots and scores in the top left-hand corner over the shoulder of Sam Gospel between his right shoulder and the left post, and a great finish from Bossas. Delays the play, sees the gap, fires the puck home from a wrist shot, and that puts Sheffield back in the game. 2-1. Timed at 43 minutes and 56 seconds. You've got just over 16 minutes left and there's only one goal in this now. Sheffield just seem a little bit more calmer and reserved on the puck as Bossas sends it through to Squires, pulls round Scott, goes into the corner. Danny Scott pinning him against the boards. The puck picked up by Plant. Cahoon shoots a pad save and then a drive forward.
And we've got a 2-on-1 situation with Miller and Macroft.
Gives it to Macroft. Waits, pulls it round the D-man, walks in, shoots, and a fantastic save from the leg pad up into the inside of the arms of Sedler as he holds the puck away from the net.
Macroft
and it deflects in. Macroft gets a second attempt. Miller shoots from the side and it settles on the side netting. A real good momentum, a brilliant execution from Macroft. Sammy Zajac virtually playing 45 minutes a game. Brea dumps the puck over the top. Duncombe clears up the middle. Plant intercepts, puts it on the back post, and Macroft just tucks it in. Beautifully executed. It was Rick Plant that intercepted the pass. He stopped, he waited, he looked, he gave it to Macroft on the left side, who tucked it in behind Sedler to kill that penalty off in 9 seconds. The time of the goal, 46 minutes and 10 seconds. Goal scored by Andre Macroft, assisted by Plant, and you have to give it to the timing and the precise pass from Plant that gave Macroft that goal on a plate.
Exactly, Plant had it in front of the net, and I bet you and I both thought, shoot it, shoot it.
So now, Davis sets up the play. Scott shoots from the point, and that was, I don't know whether it was the side of the net or the post, but it was definitely puck to metal. Comes out to the slot. Macroft carries it round the diving defenseman, sets it up again, walks it in, tries to tip it in behind, but this time Sedler had got his number and held tight on the post. But then Miller sends it back to Davis in front, and now a skate out on the right wing from Calvert, puts it outside of Danny Rose, goes to pick the puck back up. Scott plays the body, the puck at the feet of Davis, but then picked up by Patterson.
The Sheffield guys getting
Bossas getting the Sheffield goal of the 3-1 scoreline between the Tigers and the Steeldogs. Cahoon puts it through to the left side. Bossas drives forward, a poke check from Dan Scott, puts the puck back into neutral ice. Bell picks it up, drives forward through the middle. The puck drifts on into the corner. Telford get to it, it bounces around, and it's doing that pinball thing from the first period again, where in neutral ice it's just been dumped up into neutral ice, back down the other end, into neutral ice again from the incoming team, and nobody really hanging on to the puck. Bell has it at the point, across. Morgan winds up for the shot. Gospel makes the save. The puck deflects from his body into the corner, and I think it took him a split second to realise where it ended up, and comes through to the slot, and Bossas from the top of the circles picks his spot and fires it home for the second goal of the night for Bossas, timed at 54 minutes and 3 seconds. So it narrows the gap once again. 3-2 the scoreline. So if Telford come back and clock themselves up another one, happy days, but it's a close call with Danny Rose gets round to it. Plant picks it up, tries to find Brea. It drops to Peter Zabo. He backhands it down, but Brea's going to go and pick it up. Bossas gets there first, backhands it round to Morgan, and now Cahoon drives out, but passes it to Brea. Brea shoots for the empty net, and Morgan comes across the defenseman, plays, clutches onto the puck, drops it down to set the play out, and almost an empty net goal if it wasn't for Ben Morgan's defensive stroke net-minding skills as a defenseman. Bossas is on the puck, but he's the last man back, sends it forward. Morgan curls up ice, hits the halfway line. Cahorn carries it in, backhands it round the boards.
15
it's
seconds.
deep into the end zone. 13 seconds left.
Down.
The puck goes down. Miller will get there first.
Miller's there, Zarbo's in the middle.
Zarbo's in front. Miller's just gives it to Zarbo, who fires it home. An empty net goal scored by 10 Peter Zarbo. Unselfishly passed up by number 57, Joe Miller. And at 59 minutes and 55 seconds, the Telford Tigers scored their 4th goal, taking it to 4-2. As you said, the Sheffield Steeldogs had nothing to lose and everything to gain by pulling the netminder. And it's just unfortunate that it didn't pay off for them. So 4-2 the scoreline.
I don't think we'll see much action here. The guys will probably just stand up and let the clock run down as they do. Yeah.
Puck drops back, everyone stops playing, and at the end of the game, we finish the Telford Tigers 4. A brave effort from the Sheffield Steeldogs, who finish up on just 2 goals.
So you got the result you're looking for tonight, but quite a slow start to the game.
Oh, it was a slow start for the whole game. The 60 minutes, I don't think we were at our best. Maybe we were a little bit tired. You know, short bench last night, and we battled really hard. We never got any flow. You know, tempo wasn't there, but we got the job done, and that's ultimately what's important.
And you've got quite a heavy schedule ahead of you, playing Manchester on Wednesday and 2 home games a week.
Yeah, it is a heavy schedule, and you know, playing midweek's not something that we've been used to, and have to do it back to back is going to be tough. We've got a lot of bodies out. You know, Weaver's out long term, Silverthorne's out long term, Phil Hill's out long term. We've missed Joe Graham since November, and then Marcus hopefully is day to day. So you know, probably the only guy we might get back by next weekend will be Marcus.
So, to credit to the boys, though, they've stepped up and given you the results you've been looking for over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, our special teams last night was very good. I think a PK again tonight was good. We got a PP goal, 1 goal.
2, 3.
3 PP goals. Well, you know, so special teams ultimately does make that difference, and shows how important it is.
So the Telford Tigers picking up a win tonight. The next game is on Saturday against Basingstoke, and also they're at home on Sunday against MK Lightning. Both games face off at 6 o'clock, and tickets available online at tigershockeyuk.com. This is Rinkside with Red Hockey.